President Donald Trump landed in Southern California today to see the aftermath of the Southern California fires there in LA County and to discuss next steps. Action News Now reporter Margot Rowe shows us how some local leaders from Northern California took part in the conversation of the rebuilding process for LA.
President Donald Trump spent Friday afternoon in Southern California assessing the aftermath of some of the fires. Some of our local leaders were by his side as he discussed next steps.
You were there for us during COVID. I don't forget that. And I have all the expectations that we'll be able to work together to get this speedy recovery.
California Governor Gavin Newsom greeted Trump during his arrival in Southern California and then toured by air and on ground the aftermath of the Palisades fire, where he met with families affected by the fire and thanked firefighters for their work.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. This is an honor to be with you.
A roundtable meeting was held with several state and local leaders to discuss next steps.
It's not their fault. It's not the homeowner's fault. And I think they should be entitled to a bonus on their house. Okay.
Congressman Doug LaMalfa reminded the president of the rebuilding process in Butte County following the Camp Fire.
Some good news from Paradise. We stood together there 6 years ago, along with the governor.
That was so terrible.
That 3,400 homes have been rebuilt out of the 18,000 lost, and there's 400 more in the wings. And so FEMA was very helpful. Now my colleague who has Altadena here, probably a very similar situation. Clearing the lots, they're probably going to have to clear about a foot worth of soil underneath those foundations to get the toxicity out. So they'll need a lot of help. Those are working class folks in Altadena.
And we did a good job with you people.
And FEMA was extremely helpful.
Yep.
30,000.
That was the old days when FEMA was good. FEMA's no good anymore.
Yeah.
That was when we ran it. FEMA was very good, but now FEMA's not good. You don't need FEMA. You need a good state government. And when you have a problem in Los Angeles, or when you have a problem even in the state of California, you have your own, essentially FEMA. You fix it yourself.
Trump stated he also wanted to make the permitting process go faster. He wanted local leaders to do the same. Both LA Mayor Karen Bass and the governor have already issued executive orders reducing the bureaucracy to make the permitting process go faster.
What's controversial about sending millions and millions of gallons of beautiful fresh water from the Pacific Northwest and further up than even that into an area that's bone dry?
The president repeated the claim that poor water management contributed to the disaster. State leaders and fire officials call that claim untrue, blaming the hurricane-force winds and lack of rain as the only significant factors. There still has been debate about the water pressure that was overwhelmed by the unprecedented fire, but those are issues to be discussed in the coming weeks by California leaders. Other local leaders that went to SoCal to speak with Trump included Assembly Republican leader James Gallagher and former Paradise Mayor Greg Bolin, who I'm working on speaking with next week on his insight towards the meeting. And hopefully by that time, more information will come out when we will see all these promises turn into action. Reporting in Chico, I'm Margot Rowe for Action News Now.
And as the president departed Los Angeles, he did comment that meetings with local leaders and the governor were good talks, as he said, and was happy to be on the same page in getting the rebuilding process started as soon as possible.